Welcome back. We're currently partway through questioning Mr. Wellington. Now, he seems to have lost his phone, so I wonder where it is right now. We'll question him further on this matter regarding his phone, and presumably we'll talk more about the time of death, etc. But anyway, question further. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh. I see. Looks like he's got his phone. I thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. But no, because no. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. No. Because as I see here, you can't have been searching for your phone and be like, well, I couldn't call because I couldn't find my phone. I couldn't find a phone booth. There's one right in the picture. There's one right there. I see it. There's no fooling me, mate. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Can I present it right now? Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
Take that!
It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No. It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Give or take. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Oh, yes, I mean, the phone booth's right there. I mean, Order. How? And what does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? A law. The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Triple dot? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. There was no reason for him to kill for it. On top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, if he was looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Well, the only other thing that comes up like that's relevant to him is the glasses, really, isn't it? So it's got to be them. So, yes, I have an idea. But there's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you'll be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? It's the only thing I can think of that's relevant to him.
Take that!
Mr. Wellington. Oh, what? Don't do that, you almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. But these glasses are in fact yours. Oh, yes, it definitely is, yeah. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Oh, it's definitely under. I mean, I was there. What? Order. Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make the call. Oh yes, it makes sense. I mean, oh. Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness as the real murderer? Of course. That is precisely what I am doing. Oh, and such, yes. Oh, he made a weird noise, didn't he? I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out, this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah. This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name of the victim. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie? That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bride before this trial. Oh, I forgot. Is there any way the creep would have known Maggie's name beforehand? Yeah, she rang him up, right? It'd be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, would the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Others. Yeah, Maggie found this in the park. She got in contact with its owner, but they never showed. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? You think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bride picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Indeed. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That's when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? Makaya's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. You know the idea. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. I thought I was going to say pronounce her name. Oh yes, they're definitely similar. I mean, order. But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? Very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Can you explain what motive the witness could have had? This is the bit I was sort of like... Yeah. It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court the proof that the witness had a motive. Phoenix business card names this list of con artists and their phone numbers stored on the cell phone Maggie found. That would probably be why, wouldn't it? It's like, if someone had that, can I even look at that? Can I inspect that? I don't know, like I can. That feels like that's gonna be it, because if he's a con artist, it's like kind of doesn't want people to know their numbers, etc. And especially if it'll probably be the case of like, found the phone, that's fine, but it's like you can't risk the fact that police officers now have the list of con artists, so he probably tried to kill him, sort of thing. So,
Take that!
Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. The list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage. An invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. Is it? I don't think it is, mate. No. Yeah, but just like that. Oh, he's off again. Enough babble. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want from you is to tell us what the list is about. Thank you. And if you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me... Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Yeah, isn't it obvious? That the witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington's a member of this very group. No. All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. Oh, yeah, I definitely killed him. I mean, That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. The police officer. Your Honor. And what is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this isn't justified butchering of the witness? You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. But please? Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bride, to get his phone back. Why then would he have... he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? Think about it logically, then it makes sense. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, think like that. Let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit the murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well... I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? All I can think is because he saw him as a police officer. Like, he saw that they were police officers. It's like the only thing I can recall is that she's a policewoman. It's like, she wasn't wearing, like, we don't have, like, a picture of Maggie at that point, just that flashback, but it's sort of like she wasn't wearing a uniform then, but he was, so that's the only thing I can think of. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. See that, yeah. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. He went into a panic, is what you're saying. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Oh, I'm not wearing a uniform anymore. Oh. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. Seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Oh God, Jesus Christ. Don't do that to your face. Impressive, not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! That guy is really creeping me out. What are you doing? All you've been whipping around, talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone numbers this, suspicious group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof, your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it is mine, you simpleton. Why? Oh, it is a good point, yeah. It was good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be. Maybe. I wasn't even thinking about fingerprints, but alright, fingerprints on phone? I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. What? You said there was sand all over it, so... Oh, damn it. Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thought thoroughly, too. Crap. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You gotta be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? You are too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Now I remember. So I'm assuming he's come back now. What's that picture on the wall? Is it a monkey? Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if we don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis, and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? Something you haven't figured out for yourself. Yet. Kind of have. Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at the ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? No, I have no idea where I'm going to go with this, but...
Hold it!
Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness, is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But that is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. You only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your client, and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. Alright, I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Are you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Oh, crap. It shows I'm a defense attorney, yeah. Maggie found this in the park. She got in contact with the owner, but they never showed. Time of death was broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. Found on the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. Victim fell from the walking path above. birthday present from Maggie to the victim. It was custom made. My business card I handwrote myself. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. Wonder if that's gonna be relevant. A list of con artists and their phone numbers stored on the cell phone Maggie found. It's like, why in this case? It's going on about cell phones. Mobile telephones, you may say. Does it have this reference to the cell phone number on the back? Why? When was that presented? When was that? That was given to Maggie, wasn't it? And Maggie gave it back to us. So maybe... all I can think is maybe that Maggie rang the number with a certain phone. That's the only thing I can think of. Just trying to think. It's like, what's going to be relevant here? It's like, I don't know. It feels like this is going to be the thing. It's I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. It's going to be something to do with Maggie ringing us, isn't it? It's the only thing I can think of.
Take that!
Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Oh. Judge's business card added to the court record. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is... back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. With your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now, but court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Is it going to be the ringtone? Yeah, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... What? Where's my phone? It's with this stupid sounding ringtone. Mr. Wellington? How strange. I'm gonna swear that you're holding my phone. You're... No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. Yeah. You stole the wrong phone, you idiot. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. It's nothing to do with Maggie and the ringing, okay. Fair enough. Did he just kill himself? Nope. Well, he can't have died because I didn't hear the Kiseki noise. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. In order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost the ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding? It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bride, not guilty. Oh, yes, it's very well done. Yes, oh, there's confetti again. I haven't seen that in a while. It's lovely. That is all. The court is adjourned. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, Number 1. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. You're really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? Can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. You don't want to be hit by a vehicle, trust me. Failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. Never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortunes always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. What? Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It's just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything's all my fault. Dustin's dead. Your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is all messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself, starting now. Did she get killed at the end of this bit? Well, the next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Goddess. Yeah, goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright. Maya, whatever. I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourself, too. I swear she's gonna be like the person who's killed in the next episode, isn't she? Ah, what a horrible day. Got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. Afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? What, you said you got your memory back? At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. He's also been a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. Seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered? This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. So many unforgettable memories about her. For example, after Nick, what's wrong? Keep staring at me. Tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. Feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh. Well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Let's just start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. The end. Oh no! And obviously, we're going to end this part here. In the next part, we'll do Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout.